All of this have this ability, we just need to feel it. They don't talk about it openly, but one man decided to share a secret that only few chosen people know. People just need to listen. A secret from Stephen Greer. Stephen Greer is an American UFOologist, former practicing physician, and founder of the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence. He shares some very interesting information. He wants to help people remember who they really are and give some techniques to help sharpen that skill. The rest is up to us. So listen carefully, because what he's sharing with us is known to only a few people. You can practice this every night, and as you do it often, later on you'll be surprised at how accurately you'll receive information. Absolutely everything will reveal itself to you, the past, the present, and the future. Most people overanalyze it, think about it too much. At the same time, they also don't believe they can do anything at all. And this is already the beginning of programming themselves to complete failure. Therefore, it's better to press the reset button right away, thereby reprogramming yourself for success. What Stephen Greer shares with us is the key to understanding the psychological and even physical dynamics of consciousness and non-locality, and most importantly, how this can manifest. Many people think that they're locked within their physical form, exactly in this time and moment, and exactly where you are right now. But this isn't the case. In fact, in consciousness, you are connected to every point in space and every point in time. That is, it includes the present moment, with a return to the past, but also a movement forward. You might call it distant vision. That is the ability to view at a distance what's happening at other points. You don't have to go into any esotericism or begin an ascetic lifestyle to have this experience or to develop this skill in yourself. Don't think you're stuck right there where you are right now. If you keep convincing yourself of that, of course, that's the only fate waiting for you. You won't get out. But if you have a different understanding of who you really are, it means that you're a conscious being who can connect to a field of consciousness that's beyond space and time. The reason that aware people don't want people to know this is because, first of all, it's an extremely effective spycraft. In addition, they realize that if people understand the power of consciousness, they could completely change the direction of the planet's development. And this would already have disadvantageous consequences for aware people. You can see any place. You can see any moment in time. To realize that this is your innate ability as a superior sentient being. Once you reach a critical point of intelligence and consciousness, you'll be able to understand how to control it and be able to use what's called distant vision. Those who are skeptical should remember that there's science, there's objective knowledge and intelligence, and there's consciousness that can feel, sense, and know. If you develop this ability, you'll save lives. If we move on to the practical part and begin to go step by step toward what Stephen Greer was talking about, we can start with this experiment. By the way, you can easily do it right now at home. Suppose you've gathered a group of 3 or 4 people that you know. You need a box or a basket, it doesn't matter. One person in your group leaves the room and puts any object in the box. The others, of course, have no idea about the contents of the box. Now let's start the action. First, take your time. Enter this calm state of meditation and forget about what exactly you're directing your mind's eye at. It's important to feel how the consciousness begins its wakefulness. You can meditate, use different breathing techniques, say a mantra or a prayer, anything that can get a person in the right mindset. And then they'll find themselves in a tranquil state of mind. Instead of guessing what's in the box, you just have to let the mind focus on it. Ask it what's hidden behind the cardboard walls, and then you can get an idea of the object inside. The main thing is not to intellectualize it or just guess. It shouldn't look like some cheap trick or child's guessing game. We need to be honest with ourselves. Ask yourself, am I feeling it or am I just engaging in guessing? When you begin to feel something, you'll begin to receive what's objectively a valid data point on that very distant vision. It takes more practice to understand when you do and when you don't. The more often even this simple technique with a box is performed, the better a person understands. They begin to feel with their heart, with their gut. We are being watched. Stephen Greer is convinced that representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations have been observing us for a long time, and this fact cannot be disputed. Then there's a legitimate question. Why do they not come into contact? Because they believe that humankind has chosen a dangerous path and is a threat not only to itself but also to the inhabitants of other planets. Extraterrestrial civilizations consider ours problematic. The main reason is the constant work of humans to create and produce weapons of mass destruction. Therefore, in the eyes of representatives of other planets, humankind does not appear in the best light. They perceive us as literally backward, unconscious, and most importantly, dangerous creatures. Many believe that aliens live among us. However, Stephen Greer is convinced otherwise. According to his point of view, they only come to Earth with reconnaissance missions. In addition, such visits have increased noticeably since humans developed nuclear weapons and the hydrogen bomb. They are among us. But Young Hai Chi, a Korean language teacher at Oxford University, thinks the opposite. In his opinion, aliens from outer space have long lived among humans and have even created hybrid species. Back in 2012, Young Hai Chi became famous for a lecture entitled Alien Abduction and the Ecological Crisis. At the time, he claimed that human civilization would soon come to an end. No matter how paradoxical it may sound, representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations will be able to save the population. However, the aliens will come to the rescue only in the case of a serious problem. Signal from aliens. Almost 45 years ago, on August 15, 1977, American radio astronomer Jerry Ehman was working on a project to search for extraterrestrial intelligence on the Big Ear Radio Telescope at The Ohio State University. Suddenly, he detected an intense signal which characteristics indicated that its source might be outside the solar system. In addition, the signal lasted 72 seconds. On the printout, Ehman circled the corresponding numbers in red pencil and wrote the word "Wow" on the side. This is how the signal got its name. However, no one has ever been able to explain it unambiguously, and nothing similar to it has ever been detected again. Fermi Paradox. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old, but extraterrestrial civilizations have never shown themselves to humankind. Why? Enrico Fermi was not the first person to ask the question of extraterrestrial intelligence, but he is the one most often associated with it. In fact, that's why the paradox became known as the Fermi Paradox. Fermi's paradox is often misunderstood, believing that Enrico Fermi himself did not believe in the possibility of the existence of extraterrestrials. However, the scientist didn't say that there are no extraterrestrial civilizations. He only reasoned that they probably do not yet have the technology to reach us. Either these civilizations have not yet appeared, or on the contrary, they've already died. Back in 1975, astrophysicist Michael Hart studied this issue in terms of mathematical statistics. According to his calculations, in the nearly 14 billion years that the universe has existed, intelligent life has had enough time to colonize our galaxy. Hart argues that since there are no aliens here on Earth, there are none in the galaxy either. However, the Fermi paradox can be approached from many angles. One new study did just that. Experts have come to the conclusion that such a civilization may simply be in no hurry and proceeds from the relative motion of stars and galaxies. Jonathan Carroll Nellenbach, an expert in mathematical statistics and the main author of this paper, emphasizes that if we do not consider the motion of stars, we have to accept one of two possible solutions. Either such a civilization never leaves its planet, or we're the only civilization in our galaxy with technology. Carroll Nellenbach points out that stellar systems orbit the center of their galaxy, not only in different orbits but also at different speeds. For example, the solar system makes a complete revolution around the center of the Milky Way in about 230 million years. It's possible that extraterrestrial civilizations are simply waiting for the favorable location of stars and the beginning of their convergence. In that case, if we follow the classical calculations of astrophysicist Michael Hart, extraterrestrial civilizations will spread over a much longer period of time. That's all, guys. Do you believe in the existence of aliens? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you later.